Welcome to Sleepy in Art. Before we begin, if you find peace here, please gently like and subscribe to support our channel. Tonight, we travel to the moonlit sanctuary of Claude Monet to drift among the sleeping water lilies. Prepare yourself for this quiet escape. Now I invite you to leave the noise of the waking world behind. Find a comfortable position. Lie on your back if you can, allowing your spine to lengthen and your body to take up space. Let your shoulders drop heavy away from your ears. Unclench your jaw, separating your teeth slightly, and let your hands rest gently by your sides. You are safe here. There is nowhere else you need to be, and nothing else you need to do. Just listen to my voice, and let it guide you into a place of perfect stillness. Take a deep breath in, filling your lungs with cool, calming air, and slowly exhale, letting go of all the tension of the day. And again, inhale deeply, feeling your chest rise, and exhale completely, feeling your body sink deeper into the mattress. Scan your body for any lingering tightness. Soften your forehead and smooth out the space between your eyebrows. Relax the tiny muscles around your eyes. Release the tension in your neck, letting that relaxation flow down through your arms to your fingertips. Feel it move down through your chest and stomach, all the way down to your toes. Tonight, we are traveling to the French countryside, to a small, quiet town called Giverny. It is the year 1883. We are moving away from the busy city to find a home filled with peace. It is late summer. The sun has long since set, and the air is cooling down, carrying the scent of damp earth and sleeping flowers. We are walking towards a very special place. It is the private sanctuary of the painter, Claude Monet. This garden did not always exist. Monet had to fight to create it. When he first arrived, the land was simple. He wanted to divert a small stream to create a pond, but his neighbors, the local farmers, were afraid. They feared his strange, exotic plants might poison the water their animals drank, or that the water would spoil their laundry. They thought the painter was strange, a man who planted flowers instead of working. But tonight, those fears are long gone. Monet received his permission, and he created a masterpiece not with paint, but with water and soil. There is no conflict here anymore, only peace, only the gentle rustle of leaves. The garden is silent. The birds have settled in the trees. The only sound is the rhythm of your own breathing. We are approaching the edge of his beloved lily pond. The earth is soft beneath our feet, and the air is fresh. In the soft moonlight, you can see the outline of a structure arching over the water. It is the famous Japanese wooden bridge that Monet had built. It was inspired by the Japanese prints he loved to collect and hang in his house. It stands strong and still, a gateway to dreams. Imagine yourself standing at the foot of this bridge. The wood is cool to the touch. You can feel the grain of the timber under your fingertips. You are grounded. You are relaxed. The water before you is dark and deep, holding the secrets of the night. You are ready to rest. Let us look closer now. We are going to slow down time. Lower your gaze down to the surface of the water. It is not just water. It is a dark, velvet mirror. Monet loved to watch this surface. When he looked out over the water, he saw the clouds reflected among the willow branches. Tonight, those reflections are still. The water captures the faint light of the moon and holds it gently. Focus your attention on a single water lily pad. See it floating there. It is resting perfectly flat against the dark coolness of the pond. These are not ordinary plants. Monet was a gardener as much as he was a painter. He bought these exotic, rare water lilies from faraway lands to plant in his pond. He placed them like precious jewels upon the water. Imagine the texture of that lily pad. It is smooth, waxy, and cool to the touch. It repels the water, staying dry even as it floats. Beside the green pad, there is a sleeping flower. Look closely at it. Its petals are closed tight for the night, creating a small sphere of pale color. Perhaps a soft pink or a creamy yellow, waiting for the morning sun. But for now, it simply floats, weightless, drifting ever so slightly in the stillness. Monet would often sit right here, exactly where we are standing. In the summer, he painted in the garden every day. He even had waterproof equipment that he left out in the garden during the warmest time of the year. Imagine him sitting on his high stool under a large umbrella, watching these very flowers for hours. He watched them with patience. He watched them with love. And now you are watching them too. Breathe in that patience. Breathe out the rush. There is no rush to bloom. There is no rush to move. You are simply witnessing the existence of the flower. Lift your eyes just a fraction to the banks of the pond. See the long, slender branch of the weeping willows. They drape down from the banks, their leaves like soft curtains touching the water's edge. They create a curtain of privacy, a veil that separates this quiet world from everything else. Monet saw these branches reflected in the water, mixing with the clouds. They are motionless, guarding the silence of the pond. And there, arching above, is the bridge. It is the Japanese wooden bridge. Trace the curve of the wood with your mind's eye. Start from the left bank and follow the arch to the right. It is a gentle slope. It is painted in a green that blends perfectly with the leaves and the moss. It does not stand out. It belongs here. It feels sturdy and ancient, even though it was built by human hands. Notice the air around you. It is profoundly still. This is not like the other places Monet painted. Think of the times he traveled to the Atlantic coast. There, he was bothered by the wind and freezing temperatures. He had to fasten his easel to the ground with ropes and pegs so it would not fall over. He once was even knocked over by a giant wave. But here in Giverny, there is no wind. There are no waves. There is no danger. The easel stands free. The canvas is still. The only movement is the slow, almost invisible drift of the water lilies. The water here is mysterious, still, and secretive. It absorbs all sound. It absorbs all worry. Imagine touching the water with the tip of your finger. It is cool. Ripples spread out slowly, very slowly, and then they fade away. The water returns to glass. The reflection of the moon returns to its place. Everything here is connected. The wood of the bridge, the leaf of the willow, the petal of the lily, and the silence of the night. You are part of this painting now. You are not just an observer. You are the stillness. You are as grounded as the bridge. Just watching, just being, resting in the safety of this private world. Now, gently widen your view. Let your awareness expand from the single floating leaf to the entire pond before you. Take in the whole scene, just as the artist would before making his first brushstroke. See how the Japanese bridge arches over the water, holding everything together in a perfect embrace. It is not just a bridge of wood, it is a brushstroke of peace across the canvas of the night. It connects one side to the other. It connects the past to the present. It connects your waking mind to your sleeping mind. Monet sat here day after day. He painted these water lilies again and again. He understood that the world is always changing, yet always the same. Think of how he learned this patience. Years before he built this garden, he traveled to the city of Rouen. He stood before a massive stone cathedral. He did not just paint it once, he painted it 18 times. He watched the gray stone turn blue in the early morning mist. He watched it turn pale yellow as the sun climbed the sky. He watched it glow with rosy pink tones in the dusk. He learned to wait for the light. He learned that if you stay still enough, the world will reveal its beauty to you. He did the same in the fields near his home. He painted simple wheat stacks in the summer heat, and he went back to paint them again in the winter when they were covered in snow. He saw how the setting sun could make dry straw look like it was burning with red and gold light. He was capturing time itself. Tonight, you are practicing that same patience. You are waiting for nothing. You are simply observing the now. Like the cathedral in the mist, your mind is becoming soft and still. Like the wheat stacks in the snow, your body is settling into a quiet, heavy rest. Think of that gentle cycle. The lilies open, they close, they sleep. The water flows. The pond is not stagnant. It is fed by a small branch of the River Epte. The water flows in from the river, moves silently through the pond under the bridge, and flows out again. It is a constant, slow, rhythmic flow. Nothing stays, yet nothing is lost. You are floating in that flow now. Imagine yourself drifting like Monet in his studio boat. Years ago, he bought a boat and added a roof to make it into a floating studio. He would drift down the river in it, or row gently until he found something he wanted to paint. Imagine lying in that boat now, a small wooden shelter on the water. You are drifting silently down the River Epte. You are passing under the willows. You are gliding through the patches of lilies. The gentle current carries you. There is no destination. There are no oars. You are just drifting until you find a quiet spot to rest. The water supports the boat completely. The boat supports you completely. You are weightless. This place was once a paradise for children. Monet's stepchildren would bathe, sail, and fish in these waters. You can almost hear the faint echo of their laughter from years ago, like a soft memory. But tonight, the children are asleep. The house is quiet. The garden is yours alone. The garden around you was once a multicolored perfume sea of flowers. Monet planted 1,000 different types of flowers. Roses climbed the walls of his house. But tonight, under the moon, Those bright reds and yellows have softened. They have turned into deep shades of indigo, moss green, and silver. The visual noise has quieted down, leaving only soft shapes and shadows. Look into the water again. Monet saw the clouds reflected there, drifting and reflecting. The sky meets the water. The bridge meets the bank. Your breath meets the silence. It is a perfect mirror, undisturbed by the ripples of the day. Even when Monet's eyes began to fail him and he feared losing his sight, he knew this garden by heart. He knew where the light fell. He knew where the lilies bloomed. He found peace here, even in difficult times. And in his later years, as his vision blurred, his paintings became softer, more abstract. He stopped painting the details and started painting the feeling. Let your own vision blur now. You do not need to focus on the details anymore. Like Monet's late paintings, let the world become a wash of soft color and light. No sharp edges, no hard lines, only softness. There is a deep harmony here. Everything is exactly where it needs to be. Remember that Monet fought to build this pond. The local farmers were once afraid of it, but those fears dissolved. Just as your own worries are dissolving now, Monet created his peace, and now he shares it with you. Allow this image of the pond to fill your mind completely, a landscape of pure tranquility. A soft mist is beginning to rise from the water. Monet loved to paint the fog, especially in London, where it blanketed the city in misty light. Now that gentle mist is hugging the pond. It softens the edges of the bridge. It blurs the line between water and shore, wrapping you in a blanket of white softness, deeper and deeper into the garden, deeper and deeper into rest. Now let the image of the garden slowly fade. The Japanese bridge, the weeping willows, the water lilies, let them all dissolve into a soft, comforting darkness. You do not need to see them anymore. You simply know they are there, resting in the quiet of Giverny, waiting for you whenever you need peace. The boat has stopped drifting. It is moored safely to the bank. The water is still. The night is complete. Bring your attention back to your breath one last time. Slow, gentle, deep. Your body is heavy. Your mind is clear. You are drifting now, further and further away, floating on that silent river of sleep. Let go. Good night.